Welcome to the Human Curious. I bet you didn't know that angels might be among us. Have you ever met someone who appeared just when you needed them most? A stranger, perhaps? They offer a word of comfort, a helping hand, and then vanish. You turn to thank them, but they are gone, no trace left behind. Could it have been more than just a kind person, something heavenly? These stories are whispered everywhere, across kitchen tables and hushed hospital corridors. A young woman stranded on a dark road, her car broken down, fear creeping in. Suddenly, headlights appear. A tow truck. The driver is calm, reassuring, fixes the tire, refuses payment, and simply says, "Pass it on." When she looks again, the truck and the man are gone. Only the newly fixed tire remains. Think about the soldier in battle, lost from his unit, surrounded by danger. He feels a sudden, inexplicable calm. A voice tells him which way to turn. He follows it and finds safety, later learning no one from his unit was near him. Who then was his guide? These moments make us think beyond the ordinary, or consider the child, lost in a crowded market, tears streaming down his face. A gentle hand takes his, a kind-faced woman leads him to his worried mother, a moment of relief, a hug, but the woman is nowhere to be seen. The crowd is thick, but it was as if she dissolved into the air. Just another day. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like the video. Your support helps us bring more intriguing tales to light. This idea isn't new. Ancient texts are filled with such encounters. Think of Abraham in the book of Genesis, sitting by his tent when 3 men appeared. He welcomed them, offered food, water, rest, treating them with honor. These were no ordinary travelers, they were messengers from God, angels in human form. They brought news that would change his life and history. Lot, Abraham's nephew, had a similar experience in Sodom, a city of wickedness. 2 men arrived at the city gate, and Lot urged them to stay at his home to protect them. These men too were angels, come with a warning to save Lot and his family. The Bible tells us, "Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing, some have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it." This verse, from the book of Hebrews, suggests these celestial visitors walk among us, hidden, disguised. They observe how we treat the unknown guest, the person we do not recognize. These stories are not just tales of divine power, but of divine interaction. God sometimes chooses a subtle path, not always thunder and lightning, sometimes a quiet conversation, a shared meal, a human disguise. This makes the divine accessible, the possibility of encounter something that could happen to anyone, at any time, on any ordinary day. It asks us to look closer. Fast forward thousands of years and the stories continue. They may not be written in sacred scrolls, but they are shared person to person, heart to heart. Consider tales from hospital beds, patients near death speaking of a comforting presence, a figure in white, not a doctor or nurse, who brought peace and eased their fear. Then they recover and the figure is never identified, no record found. Or think of near-miss accidents. A car swerves at the last second, a pedestrian pulled back from the curb. The person involved often says, "It was like something pushed me," or "I heard a voice tell me to stop." No logical explanation, just a feeling, an instinct, a sudden life-saving intervention. Could these be the modern whispers of guardian angels working silently, unseen? Many people tell of a stranger who offered profound wisdom, advice that changed their lives. This stranger appears during a moment of crisis, listens patiently, speaks words that resonate deeply. Then they are gone, no name given, no contact left, just the gift of clarity. These modern experiences echo the ancient ones. The form may change, the context may be different, but the essence remains. A helping hand from an unknown source, guidance that seems to come from beyond our understanding, protection that defies logic. Are these coincidences, tricks of the mind, or glimpses of something more, something divine? If angels are real, why the disguise? Why not announce themselves with a flash of light? Perhaps it is about free will. If we knew for certain, would our choices truly be our own? Would our acts of kindness be genuine or driven by expectation? Perhaps it is a test of our character. How do we treat the stranger, the person who seems to have nothing to offer us? If we knew an angel watched, we might behave differently. The disguise ensures authenticity. It reveals our true hearts, shows whether compassion is a performance or genuine. Maybe the disguise is for our own comfort. The full glory of a celestial being might be overwhelming. A human form is familiar, approachable, allowing for interaction without causing undue shock or awe. And perhaps it is about subtlety. Divine intervention may not always be about grand gestures. Sometimes the most profound changes come from small whispers, gentle nudges, the power of suggestion. An angel in disguise can plant a seed of hope, a seed of change, without disrupting the natural order of things, allowing us to find our own way with just a little unseen help. Gap 3S. Let's pause for a moment and think about this. Have you ever experienced something that felt like a little miracle? Maybe you found exactly what you needed when you least expected it, or a stranger's smile made your day brighter. These moments might seem small, but they can have a profound impact. Gap 2S. In the comments below, share a time when you felt an unexplained sense of comfort or guidance. It could be a time when you were lost and suddenly knew which way to go, or when a simple act of kindness from a stranger changed your outlook. Gap 2S. Your stories could inspire others to see the unseen hands at work in their own lives. Remember, sometimes the most ordinary moments are touched by extraordinary grace. Let's take a moment to appreciate these small yet significant blessings. Gap 2S. Now let's dive back into our exploration of these unseen guardians, and how they might be influencing our lives in ways we never imagined. The idea of a guardian angel is deeply comforting, someone assigned to watch over us, to protect us from harm. Many traditions speak of this, from grand religions to personal beliefs. This protector is often imagined as unseen, a silent presence, a shield against dangers we may not even perceive. This concept brings peace to many hearts, making the world feel a little less frightening. Think of stories where people narrowly escape disaster, a sudden urge to take a different route home, missing a flight that later crashes. These are often attributed to intuition or luck, but what if it's more? What if it's a guardian angel's whisper, a gentle, life-saving intervention? These protectors might not fight our battles for us, not always, but they offer strength, resilience. They stand by us in our darkest hours, not to remove the darkness, but to help us find the light within it, to remind us we are not abandoned, even when we feel most alone. The protection might be more than physical. It could be spiritual or emotional, shielding us from despair, guarding our hope. The work of these guardians is subtle, often invisible. We may only recognize their presence in hindsight. Looking back, we see the pattern, the unlikely escapes, the fortunate turns, the quiet strength we found. Angels are often seen as messengers, bearers of divine communication. But messages don't always come as grand proclamations. Sometimes guidance is a whisper, a feeling, an idea that pops into your head at just the right moment. This is where disguised angels might play a crucial role. They can deliver these subtle nudges without overwhelming us, without making the choice for us. Imagine you are at a crossroads in life, uncertain which path to take. You meet someone, have a brief conversation. They share a story from their own life. It seems unrelated, but something in their words sparks an insight, a new perspective. Suddenly, your path becomes clearer, the person moves on, and you never see them again. Was it just a random chat or a carefully orchestrated encounter? This divine guidance might come through unexpected sources, a book falling open to a specific page, a song on the radio with lyrics that speak directly to your situation. Are these all mere coincidences, or could they be orchestrated by unseen helpers, angels working through the fabric of everyday life to offer us signs? The purpose of such guidance is not to control, it is to empower, to illuminate possibilities, to encourage us to make choices aligned with our truest selves, or with a higher purpose. An angel in disguise can act as a catalyst, sparking a thought, inspiring an action, helping us connect the dots in our own lives. They don't walk the path for us, but they might light a lamp, just for a moment, to show us the way forward. If angels walk among us in disguise, how does that change things? It changes how we see each other. Every person we meet, the cashier at the store, the homeless person on the street, the annoying colleague, any one of them could be more than they appear. Any one of them could be a celestial visitor, a messenger in ordinary clothes. This thought is profound. It is challenging. It becomes a test of kindness, not just kindness to those we like or those who can help us, but kindness to everyone. Universal compassion, because we never know. We never know who we are truly speaking to. That stranger asking for directions, that person needing a moment of our time. Their outward appearance might tell us nothing about their true nature or their hidden mission. This idea encourages us to look beyond the surface, beyond wealth, status, or appearance, to see the inherent worth in every individual, to treat everyone with respect, with dignity, as if they were an honored guest. Because in a way they might be. An angel perhaps, sent to observe, sent to interact, sent to see how we respond to the unexpected, the unassuming. Imagine the impact if we lived each day with this awareness. Would rudeness decrease? Would empathy flourish? Would we be quicker to help, slower to judge? The possibility of encountering an angel in disguise is a powerful motivator. It calls us to our better selves, to live with an open heart, to recognize the divine spark, not just in heavenly beings, but in every human soul we meet. Believing in hidden angels has a deep impact on faith. For some, it strengthens it, making God feel closer, more involved in the daily details of life. It's a comforting thought that we are not alone in our struggles, that there are forces for good, working quietly, working lovingly, on our behalf. This belief can be a lifeline, especially in times of sorrow or doubt. For others, it raises questions. Is it wishful thinking? A way to explain the unexplainable? Skepticism is natural. We live in a world that values proof, evidence, things we can see and touch. Angels in disguise are, by their nature, elusive. They don't offer easy proof. Belief in them requires a leap, a willingness to accept mystery, to embrace the unseen. This doesn't mean faith and reason are enemies. Many find a balance. They see the possibility, remain open, acknowledge the limits of human understanding. Perhaps some things are not meant to be fully understood, only experienced or felt. The stories, the personal experiences, these become their own kind of evidence, not scientific but deeply personal, deeply meaningful. Ultimately, the presence of angels, seen or unseen, calls for reflection. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us bring more content like this to you. What if they are here? These hidden helpers, these disguised angels. What if the stories are true? Not just ancient legends, but reflections of a genuine reality. A reality where the heavenly realm touches our lives. This is an invitation to wonder, to see. Think back on your own life. Have there been moments? Unexplained kindness from a stranger? A sudden life-saving change of plans? A feeling of being guided or protected? Perhaps you dismissed it. Coincidence, you thought. Luck. But what if it was more? Could you have entertained an angel, unaware? It's a thought worth pondering, quietly, honestly. The world can seem harsh sometimes, cold, indifferent. But perhaps there are threads of grace woven into the fabric of our days. Subtle acts of love, of guidance, of protection from sources we do not recognize. If we open our eyes, our hearts, maybe we will see them, not with our physical sight necessarily, but with an inner knowing, a sense of their gentle presence. I encourage you to reflect, to share your own stories. For in the sharing, we often find common threads, echoes of the divine. Whether you call them angels, messengers, or simply mysterious helpers, the possibility that they walk among us is a hopeful one. It reminds us that kindness matters, that every encounter is significant, and that we are, perhaps, surrounded by more love and support than we ever knew. Listen closely. You might just hear the rustle of hidden wings.